Yo, what's good everybody? Welcome along to the mastering episode of our track from scratch UKF inspired 2010-2011 era dubstep. Yeah, like I said, this is the mastering episode. I usually do these sorts of things using Ozone, but today I'm keeping it stock in Ableton and using effects that were around what version of Ableton was around 2010? I guess that would have been Ableton 8, so no glue compressor sadly. Normal compressor, limiter, multiband, saturator, EQ 8, all those good things, and yeah. I should have done this in Ableton 8 actually. Where the hell would I get a copy of that though? And of course in typical mastering episodes we do have reference tracks. Got a few Skrillex tracks loaded up in here. They might not be from 2000, no they're definitely not from 2010. They're like 11, 12. I'm kind of skip over that for authenticity. So this is how our track's sounding so far. I have done a tweak / mixed out episode. It's unlisted. It's like an hour-ish. Just me basically working on the track, making sure it's all polished and finished and the EQ's right and the level's right, etc, etc. So if you find that interesting, head up to the link in the description and check that out there. So then you're roughly more up to date on where the track stands right now. So. Alright, on to the mastering. Usually I like to start out with a classic EQ8, get rid of all them problematic frequencies, if there are any. Just create a loop there, drop our main section here. I'm going to do this headphone mode because I haven't really done that in too many episodes before. That sounds a little bit louder than the rest, so I'm just gonna do a quick notch on that. Basically, we're trying to find like problematic areas, then cut them out of the mix so we have more space in the mix. Let's do this again with this one, until we basically have no more left. It's a little bit loud, and up the bandwidth on that. Do another one. I'm actually surprised so far. There's like not too many problematic frequencies. No. Alright, one more then. God, I can't really hear that. Well, my hearing's fucked past 15k. Lovely. Oh, it's depressing. To be fair, this isn't a quiet room, so it's not that accurate, but oh my goodness, that's bad. So we've got all our roughly notched out frequencies there. I'm just going to bypass this to make sure it's actually sounding a lot cleaner instead of like ruining the character of the mix. Okay, it is sounding a little bit cleaner, but it's also stripping the character like I was worried it was going to do. We can use the cheeky scale feature on this EQ8 and I can either increase the notchiness that we've done or decrease it, which we're going to do. Subtle. Boom. Alright, moving on. Saturator. Potato phone mode. With the saturator, just crank up the drive a little bit. That's literally all there is to it. Why? Because it sounds a bit warmer and a little bit more distorted, so that's what I'm going for here. Multiband Dynamics. These are our ratios for the top. Just make sure everything's got like a couple dB of compression. We're looking for these values here, these blue ones. We can change the threshold here, that's our yellow values. It's roughly about 2 dB on every band. Yep. We can change the time values here. Higher up the frequency spectrum, faster values, faster transients, like da-da-da-da sounds rather than slow, low bass. So, but these are just rough values. We're going to be comparing it to Skrillex tracks later on, and then hopefully not crying because ours sounds terrible compared to Skrillex, but yeah, dialing in the settings later on. So. Actually, you know what? Go back to the start. I'm gonna add subtle compression, just a little bit to make sure the loud bits aren't too loud and the quiet bits aren't too quiet. I'm gonna take the makeup off, and we're just gonna lightly compress it. Let's hear the verse for this, because fucking getting over the chorus now. 2 dB's blind. Slow attack. Fast release. What's auto? Okay, it just sounds a little bit quieter, which is what we want it to do. Since we haven't got makeup gain bumping up the volume after that. We'll see if we've still got our negative 2 dB on our Multiband Dynamics. Might have to change some values here. Sweet. Oh, we can't use glue compressor. That's my go-to making shit loud. It's gonna have to be another saturator and then maybe a limiter on top of that. Limiters are given anyway, but to get our volume, we're definitely gonna have to crank it with the saturator. Yeah, so release all the way down to the quickest value. We want this fucking limiter to be sharp, snappy. Bring in the loudness. What's good old Scroll's values he's ripping for loudness? Okay, the limiter is not ideal for making shit loud. The limiter does not sound clean. We're just gonna have to hope that the saturator comes in clutch here. 4 dB, here we go. And soft clip on, that is the essential bit. Don't just chuck a saturator on, because the limiter is still gonna be doing the work. Need soft clip on. Skrillex is like... Light green is about -5, we're sitting on -7. Oh no. Alright, another 2 decibels. Still not loud enough. Okay, that is plenty loud. It's so loud. Let's compare Multiband Dynamics with the Skrillex track. Go and solo a few values. And let's compare. Why don't we have our track back to back? There we go. And we'll solo ours. Okay, so you can hear the drums coming in super loud, super sharp, so ours aren't doing that. Maybe that's due to the attack and release of this compressor band. Maybe he's just got more... Alright, moving on to mid-band. Notice how his drop's sounding super wide and super like pushed out to the sides, if that makes sense. We can fix that. EQ 8, change it from stereo to mid side, from mid to side. But literally just bumping that up, it's gonna make it even louder, so no. We'll come back to that. Anyway, last band. Where you at? Oh. If I do say so myself, that sub bass is sitting so good on our track. All right, let's unsolo this and hear what we have so far. It's gonna be super loud. I might have to turn some shit down, especially with these bumps in the EQ8. It sounds squish, but overall it's just not that clean, so I might have to do a few more tweaks here and there to kind of fix that problem. Multiband Dynamics, you are ruining it. At least the snare's punching through a lot harder with Multiband Dynamics. Effect name is too long. I'm just going to refer to it as the multi from now on. If we do... I'm worried if we do like 50%, it'll introduce some phase issues and it won't sound as clean as it could be. So I'm thinking time attack values is the way to go here. I can't hear a difference. Anyway, let's hear another part of the track. My goodness. Also strip the sides of the low end sub bass. So much delay in that vocal. I'm gonna have to go back to the OG file and edit that. New audio track, drag this in. This is gonna clip so hard, but I kinda wanna compare like what the effects are doing while still retaining that loudness. So it's probably like plus 7 dB. That was a good guess actually, shit. Sounds pretty accurate volume wise, but I can hear all the effects like the multi-band, the compression, the EQ and limiting. God, that limiter is so not clean. I guess I've just been using Ozone for so long, so I know exactly how that like maximizer limiter works. Switch back to the Ableton one, I'm like, okay, there's a big difference here. One more comparison with this and the old. So yeah, there it is. Hopefully you enjoyed this very weird and unusual episode of fucking mastering. I figured I'd do Ozone and way too many episodes of mastering. It's time for a switch up. So yeah, we brought it back to Ableton Live 8-ish and used the effects that were around in that time, and it came out okay. It's not as clean as it could be, but I mean, it's sounding loud, it's sounding squished, it's sounding super fast, so I mean, that's a positive. The download link to the project file, streaming links, and etc will be up on the channel either next week or the week after, and yeah, stay tuned for that. As per usual, if you did enjoy, smash that like button and I'll catch you guys next Sunday. Have a fantastic day, see you then, and peace.